Hi, I'm John Koon, Communications Director of the Vidalia City School System, and this is Vidalia City School News, an inside look at the happenings of the Vidalia City School System. Today, my guest is Dr. Sandy Reid, Principal of J.R.T. Middle School. First of all, it's good to have you. What has this period been like for you?
For everybody, it's been a period of uncertainty, a kind of period of limbo, where in personal and professional lives, you're not exactly sure what step to take next, because you're not sure how long we're going to be in this under these constraints, or what's going to be on the other end of it when you do get to the other end of it. So it's really been a time of uncertainty and not sure where to head as far as the school is concerned and what we're doing there. It really has just been a lot of hurry up and wait, and how can we be as prepared as possible for when we do go back to what is considered to be more normal.
What do you think has been the biggest impact for you, and not only as a leader, but also as a mom of a student?
Yeah. I think the biggest impact this has had on me personally is validation that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and that I have been placed where I was called to be. I think in any career path, at some point, 18 years in, people stop and think, what if I had done this, or what if I had done that, or how could things be different? But in the midst of all this, it's really allowed me personally to see that I love a life where I have 600 kids and 75 coworkers every day, in combination with the family and friends that I have more in my personal life. So it really has been a validation that not only for me, and talking to other teachers, that this is truly what we've been called to do, and that we love everything about having an impact on these kids and their families, and that's what we miss the most right now.
Not only have you guys been implementing the online curriculum and things like that, but you guys have also done packets of work that for the ones that don't have access to the internet or access to a computer or a tablet. How successful do you think that's been?
Well, let me just start out by saying one of the first things we did straight out of the gate once this started happening was contacted parents. We know that we have kids who have not only instructional but physical and social emotional needs. So we contacted parents to try to gauge where parents were with being able to provide those needs with us facilitating, whether it be academic, social, emotional, or physical. And through those conversations, we realized early on that a large portion of our students don't have resources or access to internet. So that led us to say, okay, we needed to try to take a different approach by going online and paper pencil. I think it is successful in that we are facilitating instruction, and that's all that we can do right now. We can't provide direct instruction. We can't provide the support that the kids need face to face. What we can provide is facilitating instruction through providing resources, instructional materials, and videos, any kind of resources to support the learning. And it is effective in that if students are willing to engage in that we're broadening background knowledge related to information that they will encounter, and we're sustaining skills that they have already mastered. So I do think it is successful for the people that are willing and capable of accessing those materials to some degree.
How have your teachers reacted?
I can't say that I was shocked, because we have the best group of teachers ever, and I may be biased in that, but the way they stepped up to the plate and started taking on challenges and opportunities well before anybody suggested that this is where we need to head was amazing. Within the first week, teachers were already trying out new online forums. They were already reaching out to parents without having somebody say, hey, can you do this? They really just rose to the occasion, and not because it was expected to them, but because, as I told you earlier, it's what we're called to do, and the draw of the kids and the need to be able to make sure that they were okay and have what they needed led teachers to really step up and take initiative out of good character and heart and love for the kids.
Obviously, you've had a little more time to be able to reflect on some things because you're not at the office 10 hours a day. Personally, what have you learned from this, and what have you been able to reflect on and draw from this?
I alluded to part of it earlier, that this is truly what I was intended to do. Not that I ever questioned it, but there is such a huge piece missing now that the kids are not there and the coworkers are not there. But even more so than that, we teach the kids all the time. There are a lot of processes and instruction and curriculum and just person-to-person interaction at the school where we try to teach the kids that this world is not just about you, and the decisions that you make are not just about you. And you want to talk about a butterfly effect. I mean, what a perfect example. You know, there's this idea that if a butterfly flutters its wings, the motion that it creates goes to have impact well beyond what you can see. And this experience with the coronavirus is a perfect example of how activities that happen across the world are decisions that are made in your local community impact so many people around you. And so to me, it's just driven that home, and I think it'll even more greatly impact the kinds of activities and the kinds of thought processes and the kinds of character building that we do with the students at school. Just knowing that everything in this world is impacted by decisions that other people are making, and it is your social responsibility to make decisions that's going to contribute to your world positively and not negatively.
First of all, thank you for being here and being a part of this. As we start to wind this down, is there something you want to relate to your students, your teachers, and your parents?
You know, the biggest thing that I can tell them is that they are loved, and I know we've done that a million different ways. We're trying to stay connected through Chief Chatter, and the teachers are telling them that on Google Classroom. Middle school is a hard time for kids, particularly they start to feel isolated. They start to feel like a sense of social belonging that they may not have felt before, and things start to get really confusing or chaotic for them in middle school. And so the message that I would just like to share with the kids is that no matter how you're feeling right now in your home, isolated from your friends, or you may not be getting the number of likes that you want on your social media or the amount of interaction that you would like, that there are a lot of people out there that care about you and love you, and that my heart aches and the teacher's heart aches because we can't have them in our lives, and we just really look forward to the day that we can do that again. And to the parents, you know, kudos to y'all. You've had to take on a different role. You've always been a parents to your children, but now you're being asked to be parents all day long, every day, plus teachers, plus you're basically providing every need that your child requires at this time. And those are new roles, and I've been as much as I've been impressed by the teachers and how they've stepped up, the things that I'm seeing in the community, how communities are stepping up and parents are stepping up to be everything that they need to be to their kids at this time has really been amazing and a blessing to me to be able to see that there's so much good out there that gets hidden sometimes.
Dr. Sandy Reid, thank you for taking time and being with us today. Keep doing a great job.
Thank you.